Hello everyone, this video is about the weekly judgments of Supreme Courts. So this is related to week starting from 11th May 2020 to 17th May 2020. So the first case here that we are going to study is the Foundation of Media Professionals versus Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Shoaib Qureshi versus Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Private School Association Jammu and Kashmir versus Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. You might be thinking why I've taken all these three cases together. So all these three petitioners were filing a writ petition against the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Their main concern was that the mobile internet speed was restricted to 2G, and thus they approached the court seeking 4G mobile internet and quashing the orders restricting internet in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Further, all the three petitioners contended that the restriction on internet speed directly impacts the student of Jammu and Kashmir to ensure their right to education, as they are unable to exercise the e-learning services. While the Solicitor General opposed and argued that authorities have complied aptly in complying with the directions laid down in the Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India 2020 Supreme Court judgment. So under this judgment, it was laid that the center as well as the state would make directions regarding imposition of restriction on the internet in the proportionate manner, and also supplement the requirements of having timely review and non-permanence of internet shutdown. Thus, the Supreme Court, keeping in mind the recent terrorist attack in the Kupwar district of Jammu and Kashmir and the current situation of the state, held that there is no doubt that the present situation calls for delicate balancing regarding existing law and order and also the national security, since outside forces are trying to infiltrate the border and destabilize the integrity of nation, and hence have selected the 2G speed to restrict the flow of this information in order to prevent nuisance of data by terrorists and their supporter to disturb peace and tranquility of Jammu and Kashmir. Moreover, the Supreme Court has held to constitute a special committee to look at the prevailing circumstances and determine the necessity of continuance of the restriction of the internet speed. Moving forward with the next case, we have the Director, Department of Archaeology and Museums, Jaipur versus Ashish Gautam. It was a civil petition. Basically, the matter pertains to Sisodia Rani Ka Bagh, situated at Jaipur in the state of Rajasthan. The ceremonies like marriage and other events used to be held in the monument. Then the Ashish Gautam, the preferred a writ petition before the High Court of Rajasthan by way of public interest litigation, in which a prayer was made to issue appropriate directions about the safety and security of the wildlife in the reserve forest area, and further direction for restraining the use of laser rides, loud music and fireworks in the monument. The High Court of Rajasthan transferred the matter to NGT. NGT means National Green Tribunal. It looks after all the environment related matters. By way of impugned judgment and order, the tribunal held that the monument is a part of the forest area and directed that no permission should be granted to organize social functions and for the use of fireworks and loud music in the monument. Hence the appeal. Thus, the learned senior counsel on behalf of the appellants argued that the tribunal was not justified in putting a blanket ban upon the holding of ceremonies in the monument. The court then directed the state government to come up with a plan for beautification of the area and developing gardens to embellish the monument. In compliance, an affidavit has been filed on behalf of the state of Rajasthan. Ashish Gautam supported the impugned order passed by the tribunal. He argued that activities not permissible in the forest were restrained. Since the area falls in the forest area and Sisodia Rani Garden is recorded in the name of the Forest Department, No interference is required in the order passed by the tribunal. The Supreme Court issued following directions. Number 1, the monument may be used for appropriate multi-purpose activities between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. only. The use of laser lights, loud music and fireworks is ordered to be completely restrained. Number 3, musical and other fountains to be maintained and to be kept in working order. Other conditions imposed by the department be observed strictly. Let requisite supervisory and other staff gardeners be dedicated to maintain and look after the area. The Supreme Court directed that a consultant be appointed for further beautification of the area and requisite horticultural development, and an additional project plan be prepared and placed on record. The Supreme Court modified the order of the tribunal. Now, moving forward, we have another case, Jagmel Singh versus Karamjeet Singh. This was also a civil appeal. The fact of the case are that the appellants preferred a suit for declaration to the effect that they are the owners to the extent of half of the share of the land owned by Babu Singh, and the sanction was made by Assistant Collector, 2nd grade of the state, and thus held that the said mutations have been sanctioned on the basis of a forged will. A further prayer for consequential relief of permanent injunction to restrain the respondents from alienating, transferring or mortgaging the suit property was also sought for. During the pendency of the aforesaid suit, an application under the Evidence Act was moved by the appellant seeking permission to prove copy of a will by way of secondary evidence. The said application was allowed by the trial court. Subsequent thereto, appellants preferred another application on the ground that the said original will was handed over by the appellants to the revenue officials, were issued notice for production of the original will, but they failed to produce the said will. It was only thereafter the application was dismissed. Aggrieved by the above order, the appellants approached the High Court by way of revision petitioner. The Supreme Court here held that it is clear that the factual foundation to establish the right to give secondary evidence was laid down by the appellants, and thus the High Court ought to have given them an opportunity to lead secondary evidence. The High Court committed grave error of law while properly evaluating the evidence and holding that the prerequisite condition, that is the existence of will, remain unestablished on record, and thereby denied an opportunity to the appellants to produce secondary appeal. Thus, the court suffers from material irregularity and patent errors of law and not liable to be sustained, and it is thus hereby set aside. The appeal accordingly said allowed. Now we have fourth case, that is South Asian Marine Engineering and Construction Limited, also called the Siamic Limited versus the Oil India Limited. Here the present appeal arises out of impugned judgment and order by the Guwahati High Court, appealed against an arbitrate award. Appellant was awarded the work order pursuant to a tender by the respondent in 1994. The contract agreement was for the purpose of a well drilling and other auxiliary operation in Assam, and the same was effectuated from 5 June 2000 was effected from 5 June 1996. Although the contract was initially only for a period of two years, the same was extended over two successive periods of 1 year each by mutual agreement, and finally the contract expired on 4th October 2000. During the subsistence of the contract, the prices of high-speed diesel, one of the essential materials for carrying out the drilling operation, increased. Here, the appellant raised a claim that increased the price of high-speed diesel, an essential component of carrying out the contract, triggered. When the respondent kept on rejecting the claim, the appellant eventually invoked the arbitration tribunal, and hence the tribunal issued a claim of 98,89564 with an interest of 10% per annum from the date of the award till the recovery of the money. The amount was subsequently revised. The arbitral tribunal held that while an increase in the price of diesel, though a circular issued under the authority of state or union, is not a law in the literal sense. Aggrieved by the award, the respondent challenged in the district court, where the district judge upheld the award and held that the findings of the tribunal were not without basis or against public policy of India or patently illegal and did not warrant judicial interference. The respondent challenged again in High Court. By the impugned judgment, the High Court allowed the appeal and set aside the award passed by the arbitral tribunal. The High Court held that the interpretation of the terms of the contract by arbitral tribunal is erroneous and is against the public policy of India. On the scope of judicial review under Section 37 of the Arbitration Act, the High Court held that the court had the power to set aside the award as it was passed, overlooking the terms and conditions of the contract. Aggrieved by the same, the appellant filed his present appeal by way of special leave petition against the judgment in Supreme Court. The parties had agreed for the payment of force majeure rate to tide over any force majeure event which is temporary in nature, while the Supreme Court held that it is important to note that the contract price was payable to contractor for full and proper performance of its contractual obligations, that the rates, terms and conditions were to be able in force until the completion of the last well being drilled. From the aforesaid discussion, the Supreme Court said that the contract was based on a fixed rate. The party, before entering the tendering process, entered the contract after mitigating the risk of such an increase. If the purpose of the tender was to limit the risk of price variation, then the interpretation placed by the tribunal cannot be said to be possible one, as it would completely defeat the explicit wordings and purpose of the contract. The other contractual terms also suggested that the interpretation of the clause as suggested by the arbitral tribunal is perverse. Thus, Supreme Court also held that the order of the High Court and set aside the award. The appeal is accordingly dismissed. There shall be no. This was enough for this video, and I'll see you again in the next video, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.